I've got a nasty scam alert to make you aware of. We've got nasty price action. BTC ownership being centralized. Good news though for Ripple and RLUSD fans as the ecosystem is growing. We'll talk XRP price action along with...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Ooh, is this an ugly looking heat map today? That's right, someone woke up and was, not so happy. And look it's meme leading the red up on the screen, along with some utility in the red as well. BTC touched 110,000 and decided to pull back a little while the rest of the market decided to pull back a lot. But before we get into that, like the scam warning I got for you, your viewers' comments come first. William Love says, nothing burger, hold the fries with a Diet Coke. Yeah, I said that yesterday. God, you're hilarious, and your content is amazing. Oh, thank you very much. Joseph says, Klaus, I unfollowed all the other channels once I found yours, especially when I noticed they're all just trying to sell their own stuff. What about the players out there trying to push projects that scam you? Here's one of them. Moonacy promised 2.5% daily yields via liquidity pools. So if you're into something that offers insane yields, be careful out there because it's high risk, high rewards. And to be honest with you, you got to check the math because if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Last one and then we get into the news. Kay Smith says, hey Klaus, Silver Stacker here, love the volatility. $50, finger crossed for December. Definitely undervalued in my eyes. Ooh, silver fans in the house, let me know where you're at. Bitcoin sitting at 107,045. ETH is 2739. ETH was moving then and got pulled back, but look at this. Like Ada, Sweet, Doge, Shib, Pepe, a whole bunch of them are pulling back deep in the red. XRP down 3.7% at 223. We'll talk price action at the end of the trade. Moonacy, one of the big ones out there. Another day, another rug. Moonacy website service that claimed to generate massive yields by locking up tokens went completely dark, taking millions of funds with it. Crypto Sensei being one of the ones that promoted it, and the worst part about it, Crypto Sensei went on as if nothing was wrong. So please be careful out there because there's a lot of people in this space promoting junk and it's absolutely disgusting. The worst part about it is there's a bunch of other cryptos out there claiming to have partnerships with Stellar, claiming to have partnerships with Ripple, and they don't. They're just mentioning their names with them and it's actually really disgusting. So protect yourself. Who controls Bitcoin? Well, this is messed up because we're talking about centralized ownership of BTC, and do you really want that? 216 entities now hold 30% of the supply of BTC. Whoa, over 30% of BTC circulating supply is now concentrated in the hands of 216 entities, according to the latest blockchain data from Gemini and the Glassnode report. This trend reflects both expanding institutional adoption and custodial centralization in the world's largest crypto. Listen to this. This is kind of an interesting way to look at it. A decade ago, exchanges held collectively just under 600,000 BTC for their users. Now, the amount of BTC held across major institutional and custodial entities has surged to 6 million BTC. Look at this chart, okay? So the orange here is exchanges. It shows how much exchanges are owning. But look at the growth right here of ETH in funds. Oh, okay. And right here in private companies, along with public companies owning this stuff. So you're seeing a dramatic shift here, especially since May of 2020. BTC central ownership sure seems like it. Stablecoin market hits a record 228 billion as global banks and corporations pile in. I've been telling everyone out there for months and months and months, stablecoins are where it's at. And the stablecoin bill has the highest chance of making it out of the two bills that are in Congress right now, the Genius Act and the Clarity Act. Stablecoin market cap is an all-time high, marking a 17% rise in 2025. Major institutions like Societe Generale and US Bancorp are entering or reviving stablecoin projects. Okay, listen to this, all right? And the reason I'm bringing this up has to do with what everyone has to do with RLUSD and their stablecoin, Ripple stablecoin, RLUSD. Fortune 500 companies are increasingly turning to digital dollars for their efficiency and speed. 33 billion, or a 17% increase in total stablecoin market cap since the start of 2025. Now, this article is actually pretty good. It goes over a whole bunch of different stablecoin stats, different companies that are starting to get into stablecoins. Even smaller firms are getting on board. Among small and medium businesses, SMB survey, 81% expressed interest in using stablecoins. Whoa! up from 61% last year. Now listen to this stat compared to cryptos. Additionally, 46% are likely to use crypto within the next 3 years. So you got 81% of small businesses saying they want to use stablecoins, where 46% of them say crypto. So you could totally see a heavy lean towards stables in the market. Now, RLUSD is the top 3 traded stablecoin on Bitstamp. Okay, that's good for the ecosystem. One of the biggest liquidity venues for XRP and RLUSD today. Talking about Bitstamp. Therefore, this drives a lot of activity in the XRP ledger. Bitstamp is a European-founded exchange. He said they still got a lot of customers from Europe, but also the UK, North, South America, and Asia as well. Hoek stressed that this is a massive interconnection for traders in various parts of the world, and their interaction with the XRP community comes at an early stage of RLUSD on this platform. Currently, RLUSD is a top 3 traded stablecoin on Bitstamp. RLUSD is unlocking real-world utility for both institutional and retail users. Robinhood member owns Bitstamp. Just putting that out there. This acquisition brought more than 50 crypto licenses around the world. Now let's look at the stablecoins, okay? We know about the bigs. Tether, USDC, with their mega, gigantic market caps. Now take a look at RLUSD right here with their $413 million market cap. Right above them is Falcon, USD, USDF, and they passed the Frax, the legacy Frax dollar. Volume, like I said, was going up on that. You are seeing some more institutional usage. In fact, if we click on this chart right here, volume 110 million over the last 24 hours, up 87%. Go to the market cap, you can see exactly what I'm talking about right here. Look at this, steady increase in market cap for RLUSD, and you can actually see the players here that have the biggest usage of it. So I thought I would share that with you. Good for the ecosystem. Now, what's not good for the ecosystem is this. Lots of red up on the screen with BTC leading the charge. But some of the alts like Sol leading the charge on the way down 5%. And we were doing really good too with our prices yesterday, and then all of a sudden, poop sandwich, right? Which is worse than a nothing burger. Altcoin season index 30 out of 100, but then again, you see the market cap starting to pull itself back. Institutional money on Bitcoin and Ethereum still flowing in, but we want to see that happen with the alts. Switching over to XRP on the one-day chart, this doesn't look so good. This is the 24-hour chart for XRP. Volume at 2.7 billion over the last 24 hours. But yo, we struggle holding on to 230 right now, being pushed back into the 220s. We're talking friend zone action, everyone. Going to the 15 minutes tells us what? Tells us exactly what we've been talking about here. Friend zone action. Yes, we had the Trump-Musk buying opportunity here a few days ago. But since then, we've been stuck in that kind of mezz zone. Yeah, we thought the market would pump with Trump and Xi. We were waiting for official confirmation. We didn't get the pump on the pre-announcement. We also are waiting for the confirmation, waiting for the Genius and Stablecoin Act, waiting for the Clarity Act. That hasn't moved the markets as well either. Had a little bit of spicy news from CPI data. It wasn't as hot as players were thinking, but still was up just a little bit, up 0.1 from the previous month. That didn't move the markets as well either. But look, we hit some resistance right here, and specifically the resistance that we hit was right at 233.79, so the market wasn't having it. Now, mind you, that lines up with really close to these moves right here on the 9th of June, so right at that 233 mark. So you can see right where XRP was pulling back, 233, getting support north of 222, which lines up really close to where we had support right here. So friend zone, range bound, we need some big news to help us break out, but right now, BTC goes in the red, brings down the market, and that sucks for us. Yeah, I know. Now, how frustrating is this? We start getting some positive move on the way up, and then it's like the bots and algos come in and trade it on down. And then I bring the story up about certain players out there, Crypto Sensei and others, promoting these junk exchanges and junk protocols that offer huge yields. For real, if someone out there is offering you a huge yield, be ready to get rugged or yanked, because it's not sustainable. I mean, the average yield you're seeing out there is anywhere from 7 to like 10, 12%. So if players are offering 2.5% a day, 100% for a year, something is super crazy. And if it's super like high yield, that means you're in a super risky pool, which means, guess what? Your money is at high risk. So be careful out there, because these players that are promoting it are getting paid on your deposits, and then as soon as that protocol collapses, you know what they do? They move on to shilling you the next thing out there. Sadly, you the viewer matter most for this channel, but you the viewer are the mark for a lot of other channels. That's actually sad when I say that out loud. And actually that really hurts, because a viewer made that comment the other day that they feel more like a mark with other channels, and that really bothers me. That really, really does bother me. But that's why I bring you the news, good, bad, happy, or sad. I don't just bring you the good news so you feel like you're in the land of, oh, this is awesome, this is amazing. No. I'm sharing you the stuff that's good about the ecosystem, like RLUSD growth. I'm also sharing you the bad stuff, like centralized ownership of BTC, price action led by BTC to the downside. Or how about the fact that the market seems to react more to negative news? We have a little China-United States tariff fight where all of a sudden the market goes down, but then we get a announcement saying, hey, look, we reached a deal, and the market's like, oh, no, we're not going up. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, a little frustrating here, because I think we're all waiting for the juicy action to happen, but we all see the manipulation in the market, and it's just getting very tiring. But like I said, it's my job to bring you the news, good, bad, happy, or sad. So I'm here with you, not here to shill you any crap, not here to shill you any programs or any junk like that, or any trading courses or any bots, or, oh, you join this protocol. Nope, nothing like that. I'm here to bring in the news so that you can make the decision that best suits you. So choo-choo what? Choo-choo is nachos. Estados Unidos. There, I did it. See, I'm learning.